Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to lavenderDoesTarot. And in today's picker card, I'm back with another yes or no reading. So for today, we have four piles that you can pick. Either you can pick a crystal or a card. So the timestamps are below. Pick either one or two and just, go through your intuition, let it guide you. And I'll see you guys in your reading. Hello, my dear pile number one. Welcome to your reading. This is your yes or no reading, and if you picked the clear spots or the vulture card, if you're drawn to any one of them or both, then here you can find the answer that you've been reading and the question that you have been asking. So I want to say this is a general reading, of course, so do keep that in mind when you're watching the video, because not everything is gonna resonate. So let's just talk about the card, the vulture card that I picked and pulled out. This is specifically to just see as an energy check, so you guys can relate and you guys can get a good idea that this is your pile, and also the energy surrounding and what you could be possibly asking. So what I got is you could be asking a question. Now I'm getting kind of anxiety. It's like something that is kind of circling. You could be in a loop of a cycle where you're like, what if the outcome is positive, or what if the outcome is negative? So I would also say relax and just keep the question in your mind so you get the accurate answer, okay? But this is what the energy I'm able to pick up. There's a bit of anxiety. There is a bit of exhaustion that I can also feel. I don't know if some of you, if you have been investing your work into something and it's not happening. So I do feel like sometimes, this card is about the vulture usually detoxes the nature. It preys on the dead. So, and even it is, misunderstood as a bit evil, but they are doing the work of the nature. They are cleansing the nature over here. So it could be that you guys could have just let go of something, or you are thinking to let go of something that no longer serves you. So that could also be your question surrounding. And the clear spots as a crystal is always, seeking and getting the answers clearly. So I'll shuffle the cards. I'll pull out 5 cards, and in this yes or no, usually the uprights are the yeses and the downward reverse parts are no, but still I'll be interpreting the meanings and then giving the final answer. So let's just see. What is pile number one? Yes and no. Reading. What is their answer to their question for pile one? What is the answer to pile number one's question? What is the answer to pile number one's question? You could already see the cards, but I'm doing a voiceover, so I'm shuffling them live and I'm doing the reading live. Another card. Now start. Okay, we got the number of swords at the end. So, looking at the cards, there are 3 uprights and there are 2 reverse cards. So I'm gonna say it's a yes. Definitely if you're thinking about removing somebody or no longer investing into something that is taking forever, or there's no one taking accountability for something, then definitely it is a yes to let it go. But I'm also seeing it is a yes for something good. I feel like at the end with the Mother of Swords is somebody that is strict, that is disciplined, that's bold, and she's somebody that won't take anybody's tantrum or BS with them. She will just cut them off. So, and she keeps that boundary. So I do feel like if you're in this energy, then so trust it. I do feel like a message that did came out when I was shuffling was like, tell them to trust their intuition. They're going the right way. I do, and even the Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is in reverse. This is like, again, I was talking about old connections in the past. So this is like a yes answer to leave it, or it is like you have to leave it because you don't have to be confused. I feel like you already know the answer. For some of you, you could be overthinking and that could be clouding your judgment, but I do feel like it is a yes into one. There's a horizon around the corner. I do feel like for some of you, if you guys could be feeling like, oh, you could be stuck because you don't see another option, or you think like you're gonna screw over. I don't see that. I see like there's horizon. There would be a positive shift because of the Six of Swords. It is like you could be moving, taking the decision to move, and you could be gathering some new people and exploring. And I feel like looking back, you're gonna realize and you're gonna learn the lessons, and you're gonna be like, that's the best decision that you can make, because the Mother of Swords is the last part, which I took as the conclusion of the spread. So I'm getting it is a yes to remove, or it is like, that yes, it is like a yes if you're asking something to happen, some sort of change to happen, if you have been stuck recently. So it's a yes. I do feel like if you take any decision, that would be fruitful for you guys. And if you feel like this person is behaving in a certain way, is it like worth, is it gonna go anywhere? I feel like you are gonna realize you have the answer. You just have to trust and you have to let go. I do feel like for some of you, you could be feeling stuck and you don't know what to do. I feel like that's the answer in this reading. Like, you're gonna get what you want, and it's not the end of it. Like, there's gonna be more in life, and universe is gonna provide you more. So that's all I had as an answer. So let's just get some advice for you guys. So I'm using the Moonology deck, and I'll get 2 cards and I'll read the book and also tell you how I see it. Okay. Oh, and I was talking about like prosperity lies ahead. We just got the card. I did say like there's a rainbow on the horizon, and the reason I said is because of the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords has a rainbow, and it's like you shift the mindset and you can see the rainbow even if you're in the darkness, right? So we got the new moon in Taurus, and that's definitely yes, that you would, no matter what, you're like, when you decide to get out of it, you're just gonna get what you want. That's what the message is. Just trust yourself and just jump and just do it. That's what I want to say. It's like, or it could be like if you're getting something and you don't know about it, like let's just say a community just approached you and they're offering you a job. This is a good sign to take that leap of faith, because you are gonna get where you want, and then you're gonna realize that what you had in the past was not worthy at all for your words. Okay, and with Taurus as being an earth energy, even the vulture. The vulture is an air, so you guys could be air sign or you guys could be an earth sign. So again, the new moon in Taurus is like a guarantee that you can take a step and there is going to be abundance. Let's see, let's get another card. That's what I feel, and I'm gonna read the book so you as well, so you guys can get more messages. Okay, we got luck is on your side. Again, new moon, so I do feel like a new chapter is right around the corner if you leave this past energy, for sure. Or if you are being offered something new, then definitely, yep, luck is on your side. There's going to be abundance. There is going to be a very good reward, I can say. And definitely, you guys have been working, you guys have been healing and trying to cleanse yourself, then definitely the reward is worthy, right? So, the new moon Taurus, the message is prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. This card suggests that you have what you want, including the material things, but you have to believe in yourself. This comes down to laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of new relationship or of a sexier time. If you have been wrestling with something for a long time, a new moon is a sturdy Taurus sign to not give up just yet. And the new moon Sagittarius. I do feel like for some of you, if you guys feel like there's no love for you, there is. It's not the end of the world. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of the fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous, even willing to take a few risks, but be careful, don't bet the farm on something here, as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. This card is about explaining life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's the time to change your mind about something important. It can signal that a trip away is coming up. It's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of a gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. So count that as a blessing. And that's all I have for you, pile number 1. I hope this reading brought you clarity. And if you want to support me, or if you like my style of reading, you guys could, comment down, like this video, share to someone if you know they need it. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Hello, my dear pile number 2. If you guys picked the tiger, eye, crystal, or the shark, then this is going to be a yes or no reading. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. Of course, not everything I say is going to 100% resonate. So my intentions are that you guys get the clarity that you guys need whenever you watch my videos or walk out when you watch my videos. So my intentions while I pulled the shark, the oracle over here, is to know the energy surrounding the question that you guys are having about, or it's the overall energy. So it can help you a bit to know that if this is your pile or not. But with the shark, it is like you guys were confronted, or maybe there's a new emotion. It is like, you don't know what to do in this situation. Like, should you confront it or should you just not? Like, it kind of looks like you guys are kind of scared to maybe open up to something or maybe confront something. It is like you guys are suppressing something in your body that you guys could feel like vulnerable, and that's the reason why you guys are not opening up to something that you should, maybe, or you should not. I don't know, but that's the situation I'm getting. And the shark is, it's scary, and it's, lurking in the shallow of the ocean. So you don't know, when it can come out. This is like, not able to confront your fears, maybe. So it could be one of those questions where you could be asking about something that maybe your body wants, but you're kind of scared with where it's gonna lead you. So keep the question in your mind and be very specific about it. Relax, and I'll do the job. The more the accurate the question you're gonna keep in your head, the more accurate answers you're gonna get. So just be specific. So I'll just pull out 5 cards for the yes or no, and then we're gonna answer interpreting the cards. So I have already, you can see the cards already, but I'm doing a voiceover and I'm doing it live. So I'll just shuffle them out and then I'll tell the meaning. So we got the 4 swords in reverse. So this situation is really challenging you to like get out of your comfort zone, and that could be uneasy, and you don't know, you cannot trust. Maybe it's also about that, but I did get strongly about trust. Can you trust it? So the reverse, I usually consider them as a no, upright as a yes. So any answer pile number 2's yes or no readings, whatever their question we got. We also got the Ten of Wands being reversed. Okay. What is the answer to pile number 2's yes or no question? We got the Ten of Cups upright. What is the answer to pile number 2's yes or no question? Yeah. We got the Five of Wands upright. And at the end, we got the Six of Swords. And at the bottom, I can see the Lovers. Okay. So what do I see? I see. So we got 3 upright. So it's kind of leading to yes. But I would just say maybe. Because, okay, let's just interpret it now. Just because I'm getting different type of answers for this part. It is like, I don't know, this situation can make you feel burdened. The situation is not something that is pleasant, is something that is not pleasant to deal with. But the last part is the Six of Swords, which is about, shifting, even if the situation, like, you have to leave it because it's not working. So I think, like, it is a yes to, take up the gut and confront something that is bothering you and not to be that much held back by anything. And whatever the situation is, it's gonna help you to shift somewhere good. Again, you could be drawn to pile 1 because the Six of Swords was there, and it's kind of like the similar message. Five of Wands is upright, which is kind of telling me that there's an internal conflict. I do feel like since this is upright and then there's Six of Swords next to it, it's kind of giving me that you're gonna feel liberated. You're gonna feel liberated in what you do. And with the Ten of Wands being reversed, it is like if you're holding something on too tightly, like, it's not gonna lead you to what you want. Let's just say, like, you are scared to confront somebody that you're attached to, but you know that that person is toxic and you have to let go of them anyways, and you don't know when they can betray you or stab you on the back. So you're scared and you're not taking that action. You're completely held back. You're not listening. You're kind of being stubborn. And then you have visions of having true love. So, staying with a toxic man is not gonna, eventually change it unless they take the initiative to heal. But if you're gonna stay, you're not gonna find the true love of your life, right? So when you take that action, that's when your life is gonna shift and you're gonna get what you want. And I'm strongly drawn to the Lovers. Lovers is, again, taking a decision. I'm gonna take this card. It's like, it could also be like the past burdens with the Ten of Swords being reversed. And we got the Temperance as the next card, as I was saying. So, and with the Lovers over here, it's upright. So it's kind of giving me a vibe that, you are going to align. I feel like it's a yes if you want to confront something. And I do feel like if you guys are, not finding yourself where you have to be, then I would definitely tell you, like, take very small actions, you know, and little by little, and that's how you're gonna align. That's how I'm able to pick up and interpret the card. So to get how it's resonating to your situation or whatever you're asking about. And of course, you are concerned about the shark. We don't know when it's going to attack, or we don't know it's going to stay calm and just going to pass over. But anyways, you know that it's going to come up one day and you have to deal with it. So I do feel like either be prepared for it what you have set up prior to, or just start taking the action by now. That's what I'm getting. So that's why the answer is coming up as like not yet or maybe, but it's like a firm yes. If you, it's like a yes to take action and to not be in the comfort zone. You have to stop. I don't want to say you guys are delusional, but it's kind of like you have to get up one day, right? That's the message that I'm able to get. So let's just shuffle some oracles and get you guys some advice. So we got a win-win outcome and forecast. So we're gonna just see. For me, it is like it's full moon in Libra, so it could be like you guys would be completing a major cycle. And when you do this, I feel like majority of you are stuck in thinking that what's going to happen, and you are thinking something positive, but you're not taking action. So I do feel like when you're going to take an action, you're going to complete a loop and you're going to get somewhere. Give them some advice, how to, on their situation or with the question they asked. We got Don't Let Your Past Hold You back by the South Node. Okay, I do feel like for some of you it could be related to the past issues, and you guys could be scared to either face it again. But anyways, so I'm just gonna conclude like it is like a not yet, because I feel like you're not taking the action that you're supposed to. So maybe whatever like your manifestations are or something like that is not gonna happen. I feel like you need to take the action to align with it first. And I do feel like you have that realization, but I feel like you're really scared to like approach it or confront it. So that's what I'm able to pick up. So I'm going to also read the book. So if you find something helpful there, it can help you out. And since there's a full moon card, I do feel like it's like a fruitful action again. It's like if you take the action to confront something, it's going to be a win-win for you. Even if it's going to be lost, but it's going to be a win-win for you, you know. So let's just look at the message, the full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love and closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climax and conclusion, this card suggests that you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving in a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time. So try not to fight. Try not to fight it. This card can also refer to professional relationships. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's need. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. So let go of that which is falling away. And then we have Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back. This is South Node. I do feel South Node is kind of associated with our intuition, if I'm not being wrong. It's like Chitu. Um, that's our like psyche. That is. So I do feel like you know the answer, but it is like you haven't taken the action. So it's kind of coming up as a no or not yet. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's an opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to a past life. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there is a chance that an old age programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone that you or even needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get out of this, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easy or safe. Release the past is the message. So this is again to step out of your comfort zone and to pick. I do feel like it's gonna take a while. I do feel like it's gonna take a process. Pile two, it's gonna be like you're not gonna realize it like it just at night. It's gonna take a bit of while, and slowly you're gonna align, and I feel like you're gonna realize, and that's when the lovers comes here, which you will finally align and you would get what you want, and you're gonna have that mental clarity at that moment. So if this reading was helpful, then yeah, consider subscribing or hitting the like button or sharing to people that you think are in need of this. And I'll see you guys in the next pick a card reading. Hey Palamatry, if you guys picked the Amethyst Crystal or you were drawn to the Dragonfly, then this is going to be your yes or no reading. So do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything that I say is going to 100% resonate with your situation or with the question. So just take what resonates and use your own intuition and judgment, and take the messages that are making you feel that your gut has been telling you for a long time. So when I pulled out the dragon card, it came out reversed for you guys. So this is kind of making me feel about the question or the energy that you guys have been surrounded with. It could be that, you know, the illusions are kind of cracking up. So it could be that you guys are in a shift in life where you're not able to understand what's happening. It could also be that there's a person that you could be knowing as, let's just take that as an example, and now you kind of feel not like the usual, not like the before. For some of you, you could also be going to the spiritual transformation with the dragonfly. So when the dragonfly comes in that spiritual transformation, it kind of sees what is the illusion and what is, for the highest good. So it could be that. So you guys could also be drawn to like pile one or pile two, because there was a message. Few of them could resonate, but if you weren't drawn to that, it is completely fine. But if you were, then just trust your gut there. So for some of you, you guys could be also. It could also be some of your past baggages kind of coming up. For some of you, I'm also getting a situation in my head where there is a new lover, but you're still doubting yourself. Like, is this going to be as same as the past, or is it like, better? And it's kind of creating confusion, so you don't know what's going on with you guys. So whatever the question is, just keep in mind, and I'll take upright as yes and reversals as no. How that's how traditionally yes or no is done, but I would be seeing the meanings and what is the last card to conclude, and then I'll give you the answers based on any questions that's coming in or any clarity about a situation. Okay, so I want you to relax and let's just start your session. So we got Eight of Cups reversed. So you guys could already be seeing, but since I'm doing a voiceover, I'm doing it live. So it's gonna take me time. You guys could skip this part or maybe just stay and bear with me. We also got the Ten of Wands being reversed for pile three. Can you give them the yes or no answer? We got the Two of Pentacles upright. We got the Nine of Wands. Did it came out reverse, right? It came out upright. Okay. I just flipped them over just to see whether they're upright or. Oh my god, we got the Tower in reverse. So this is like a no as an answer directly. We have three reversals and we have two uprights, and that also Two of Pentacles is like you guys, kind of handling two different type of lifestyle or maybe two different type of jobs. And I think the answer over here I was talking about like past baggages as well. I do feel like you guys haven't fully recovered from that, so I would tell like you guys to take therapy, consider therapy as an option. And I do feel like you guys are supposed to move on, but I don't think so. For some of you, you are stuck. I'm sorry I'm taking pauses. I'm just getting some channeled messages here and there. Yeah. With the Eight of Cups, it's like a refusal to move on, maybe, or you guys could be completely detached from your own self. So it could be a message for you guys to, you know, release the baggages. I also get like some sort of like society expectations coming in. So I think like that's the message that's coming out of Ten of Wands. That's what I was able to channel and see in my vision. But anyways, I do feel like you guys are juggling, so I do feel like you need to put something down. You need to put something down, you need to let go of it. And we have the Nine of Wands. Again, this is being defensive, and you're coming out either being defensive in the situation or the question you're asking, or you have to put that boundary because someone is disrespecting it. And the Tower is reversed, so it is again, the foundation that you guys led was not good, and the Tower is in reverse. So this kind of makes me feel that you already know that whatever this maybe connection or this job, whatever, the foundation of these people or their mindset is already low and weak, and you have to juggle with these people. I do feel like for some of you, again, guys could kind of, I like how all the three piles are kind of interconnecting somehow, and that's what I'm able to pick up with the messages as well. So I do feel like if you have the two lifestyle, I do feel like you should stop a bit of multitasking and either focus on yourself. I do get like you guys could be in a situation where mentally you're completely stressed and exhausted, and I think like that's one of the attention that I'm getting, that you need to take care of yourself. Get those people out that are like just coming in the situation and just telling you to do things and making it 10 times worse. And I'll get some advice from the Moonology card. The answer is so direct, and the answer is a no. And I'm getting highlighted towards like past baggages and you guys healing and into therapy. I do feel like for some of you, when you're in a spiritual transformation or awakening, you cannot understand what's going on, and suddenly it is like a relationship that you had with somebody that was good, and now suddenly there's a shift in life. Maybe one person got a job somewhere, but you're still a student and you're still studying, then that creates a bit of shift in priorities and a bit of disconnect, and that could make you think that maybe this is kind of looking off, some sort of illusion that can be created, or maybe it is breaking. So that is a message that I'm getting, that you need to let go of something for sure. Either talk about it, either put boundaries and move on. I do feel like for some of you, if you're energetically hung up to some past baggages, you need to surrender and let it go. In spiritual transformation, you do not understand why the hell it is even happening, but in this phase of life, your energy is so scattered, and that's the reason why it happens. You got to put your energy back into. So either the universe takes that things from you and they're offering you another cup so that you guys can get into your next chapter and be full of yourself. So yeah, that's what's is happening for mostly, and I think like you need to let go of something that needs to be let go. And I do feel like whatever the outcome that you're asking, whether it's a job, even if it's like a positive outcome, but I'm seeing like you are the wall over here and you need to heal. Okay, so that's not me trying to be like commanding, and I'm sorry if it's rude, but this is like the honest answer and message like channeling in my head. So again, if you guys are fitting and trying to fit into other people's script, stop doing that. I do feel like for some of you, you can do that, and that's the reason we have the Two of Pentacles over here. So you need to put a boundary over there. You know what I mean? So now I'll shuffle some oracle cards and get some messages for you guys in general. So I'll be using the Moonology oracle to get some channel messages for you guys. And I do feel like you have picked the amethyst crystal, so it could be that, you know, again, you could be spiritually awakening, and maybe for some of you, you guys could be new to into the spiritual community. So hey, and maybe you guys are just, you could be watching it for like just to see what's gonna happen, but I'm going to pick out some advice, and hopefully that brings you a bit clarity and that gets you into a better place. So let's get, don't let your pride get in your way by the full moon in Leo. Okay. This is kind of like your ego kind of getting in the way and just telling you to do things. So you got to be careful with, you know, there's this saying that not every thoughts are your thoughts. I don't know why it came out that way, but you know, you got to be aware with what you're thinking. Sometimes those aren't our thoughts. They could be thoughts, maybe sometimes from our own spirit guides. They whisper something in our ears and we think that we're thinking. They're, you know, our inner voice and our spirit guides inner voice are very similar. But I do feel like when you're spiritually into things, you can identify what's coming in, and I can also identify some of your guys that could be coming in. So I do feel like, again, if you feel like I'm not gonna get into therapy, that is like bullshit, or maybe there's, you know, somebody just putting you down and telling you it's not gonna help you, it is going to help you. As a human being, we're social beings. We need a bit of socialization, especially if you have like completely isolated yourself in the situation. You need it. And you got, your dreams need a practical plan, and that's the reason why the answer is a no. And I want you to hear, yeah, I'm also going to be shuffling a bit of more tarot just to see like how you can make this answer a yes. Okay, so this is the card. I do feel like you guys, in terms of practical planning, I'm again getting like you need to tap into yourself. Like you guys could be disconnected, or maybe you could be trying to fit into other people's thoughts and script and try to please them. So I do feel like you need to get out, and that's the blockage that I'm getting. So let me just read out for you guys so you guys can get any messages that you can resonate. So for the full moon in Leo, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. The energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have to come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are solutions to dilemma. If you're not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of people around you. This will help all your relationships. So, yay! um, Even if like the full moon is Leo is coming out as a message, you know, you guys have good self-esteem, and I do feel like you have good willpower, and I do feel like you can get out of this situation. But you know, it's again to drop some wall down, and you know, try considering your own emotions, let them help you a bit, because our emotions are like data in our body, and we need to realize that sometimes, you know, even jealousy, even negative emotions, I do feel like sometimes uh, there's this religion that comes in, the dogma of it, and they kind of tell you stuff like the dark energies are not good at all. But again, as a spiritual person, both the good and the bad are important, and it's very important to balance out both. Even negative energy, even it's powerful, but it is helping you somehow to recognize a part of yourself that you have been shutting out for a while. So I do feel like that is one message. um, Sometimes you need to wave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of two. This card suggests that this is where you are now, and you need to use the law of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, and welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth step towards your goal. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card is a change of financial fortune depending on both your past action and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. And I do feel like for some of you, there's another message, and I do feel like it was in pile and it's coming out. There was a south node. There was this message that don't let your past hold you back, and it was definitely in pile too. So again, I was getting that. So if you were there, could be some messages over there. And I do feel like for some of you, your intuition could be blocked because you picked the amethyst as well. So I don't know. I do feel like for some of you, this is a spiritual awakening for you guys. So let's see. How can you make this answer a yes? Spirit, can you tell them how to make it a yes? Okay. We got the Four of Swords upright. This card is about taking a solitude, not isolation, solitude, and healing yourself. It is a story in the tarot that there's a soldier, and after a long war, his bed is prepared and he is resting, and he's resting because he has been through and fought all the battles. So this is again, and this is about swords, so it's like a mental battle. So I do feel like give yourself a rest and then come out, take care of yourself, because I do feel like you need to. Let's see. I'll pick two cards for yes as an answer. I mean, you could have already got how to make it a yes. So how can they make it a yes? We got the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, we got 4-4. So 4-4 could be a significant number. Any angel number that your spirit guides might be talking about. They could be communicating you in that way. But Four of Cups in reverse, it is about, again, you guys were emotionally disconnected from whatever it is. So you could be disconnected from yourself, or maybe the idea of this manifestation, you are not putting your belief in it. So I do feel like you need to put it, you need to consider it, and you need to start making a good relationship. I'm getting with your spirit guides and with yourself. So that's how you could be coming into an alignment. And this is not like a permanent no. It is like a temporary no for now, because your energy is not supporting what you guys want currently in the future. So, and it is a yes for leaving any old baggages, an old person that no longer is serving you into your life. And you need to connect yourself and not ignore that part. Even for some of you guys could be religious, and maybe for you it could be dark, but I think like over here it is like explore it, because that part is alarming you about something that it's gonna unlock potentials. And I do feel like when you start doing this, you're gonna get like a success in a click. Like you're gonna manifest things in a click, guys. I'm telling you that. And that's all I had for you, pile number 3. I hope you guys liked this reading, and if you did, consider subscribing and liking this video and share it to somebody. If you found this to be informative, then definitely could help the person that also needs it. So comment down. This could also help other people to know like how it helped you, and they could also find their own path. And take care of yourself, stay healthy. Hello, my dear pile number 4. If you guys either were drawn to the fox or this green adventuring crystal, then this is going to be your yes or no reading. So I just wanted to state that since this is a general reading, of course, not everything is going to resonate 100%. So take what does and take it according to your question and what is gut confirming to you guys. So the Fox card, when I pulled it out, this is for the energy that is surrounding your question or what your question could be about. So I would be picking up on the general type of messages in the reading, so you can just make it your own. And again, the more specific your question would be, the more accurate answers you can get, but still you have to use your intuition over here because this is a general reading. So the fox, when I pulled it, I got this word institute. So for some of you, if you're looking for a job or maybe signing up for any universities, I do feel like for some of you, you guys could have a lot of options and you could be like, will this get me somewhere? And I'm also getting in love. Like in love, it's about trust. I'm getting the word trust. So it could be like, is this person playing with me? Or is this person putting the same effort as me? Or should I just stop investing, or you guys getting played, some sort of like that, as general questions. So it could be about a crush that doesn't like you or likes you want to know that, or they're giving you mixed signals somehow. I'm getting about love in this reading. In the others was very general and mixed. In this reading, I'm specifically getting about love, and about in career, it is about university or any institute that you're applying in jobs. It is like, can I trust it or not? Am I being played, or are they just using me? Some sort of like that, because fox is very cunning. They're cunning and they're very charming, and they can charm you up and you would never know you got manipulated. So in this reading, you're gonna find out your answer, and just relax yourself and I'll do the job of getting the answers. So keep the question in mind, and let's just start with this session of yours. So I give it a good shuffle. Let's just see. Can you answer pile number 4's question? Can you answer pile number 4's yes or no question? Can you answer pile number, give one by one, please? And you can already see the cards, but I'm doing it like a voiceover, so you guys, either you can skip the shuffling part, but I like to keep it authentic enough, and you can just skip and directly just see the explanation of it. So the uprights are yes and the reversals are no. That's how I'm traditionally going for it. But still, I would be interpreting the meanings and I'll be giving out the answer with what I feel. Because sometimes it's kind of mixed, We got the 6 of Swords upright. Okay. What is pile number 4's yes or no question? Please give them clarity. Got the 3 of Wands in reverse. Can you give them advice? Got 2 of Wands upright. Can you give them the clarity on their yes or no question? What is the answer to their question? What is the answer to their question? We got the 3 of Swords in reverse. And overall, to conclude, the yes or no. Oh my god, you guys, this energy is very chaotic, so I do feel like you guys could be having a lot of options in your mind. Okay, give me a last card to conclude the answer, please. We got the Judgment in reverse. Okay, so this is kind of like a maybe. It's like a maybe and a not yet. But for some of you that are feeling like you guys are being played, it can hurt you guys, because we got the 3 of Swords in reverse. It is like you don't know if you guys are getting screwed over or not. But I definitely feel like there are signs out there that you guys could be neglecting. And I think like you need to ground yourself, especially if you're putting a person or any sort of job on a very on a pedestal, you got to understand that you need to ground yourself. You need to ground your energy first, because the Three of Wands is in reverse. So this is again like constantly checking your phone whether they have messaged or not. It could be like you guys are like, there's a lot of switch up in minds over here. So it could be that you guys are constantly checking and seeing, are they going to reach out, are they interested. I feel like the answer is very neutral. It is like you're gonna get it once you drop this energy bomb, because it is a lot. I'm seeing a lot of overthinking. I do feel like the signs could be out there, but you guys aren't seeing it. It's because you could be like, you could have Virgo or you could have Aquarius. I don't know. I just got that randomly. But if you are, definitely, I think like the fox is an earth sign as well. Let me check, because I always get confused with these inward. Oh, it's an earth sign. Yeah. So I was picking up on earth, and as well, you guys could also be Aries. So you guys, Aries are also on some level kind of like chronically overthinking, and Virgos, they definitely do when they don't get the answers in the specific detailed way how you intended to. So this is the first time I'm calling out the zodiac signs. I usually don't do it because, speaking energetically wise, energy is neutral, so you can act as a particular something even if you don't have those placements. So again, I do feel like for some of you, this person, you could be feeling that they're giving mixed signals, and you could be misinterpreting them, but I do feel like the signs are out there. Now for some of you, if you guys are like keeping them on a pedestal or keeping a job on a pedestal, I feel like there you need to do your own research. You need to do your own research and just stop making assumptions. I do feel like the signs are out there. Now, I don't know if that's a red flag or it's a green flag, but I'm getting a call out to ground your energy, girl, do your own research, and to not listen to something that is shown online. Online energies here, even though the cards are not, there's no messenger card, but still I'm getting that energy because it's kind of coming up in my downloads. But hey, again, I do feel like for some of you, you need to explore more options in career, because I don't know, I was getting like for some of you, you guys are kind of getting misguided somewhere, and you need to do your own research and get someone that can help you. This is again ground your energy and to like get out of your mental capacity and assumptions and just look at the reality and what's happening. It's again like not all the glitters are gold, and with the fox, it could be a reminder that become a little bit smart and cunning and just see what is happening. I do feel like for some of you, if you guys are like overthinking whether this crush likes you or not, I feel like the signs are out there. The signs are out there. If they're silent, if they're not putting the effort, girl, they don't. You don't need to push yourself and keep them on a pedestal. And it's kind of like your spirit guys telling like there's more option you can explore. This is not the end of the world. And in terms of job as well, it's not the only job that's going to provide you high salary. For some of you, I'm getting like this awakening where you guys suddenly find something new, and that's when you finally let go of this energy and you get what you want. Okay, so I do feel like somewhere you need to explore and find what's right for you. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up as a yes or no. This is like not yet maybe answer, not a yes and not even a no. For some of you in Three of Swords in reverse, I do feel like you guys are internally kind of doubting. Maybe you guys can screw up on something, and maybe you kind of like in a loop where you're creating those negative thoughts or maybe a negative outcome, girl. I just want to tell you that if you keep doing this, you're going to attract it. So stop doing that. Okay, that's what I'm sensing. So you need to ground your energy and stop thinking about it constantly. You need to ground, and you feel like when you do that, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get hotter. Maybe you're going to get the person that you have been waiting that they're going to text you. So I'm going to get you some advice through Oracle by using this Moonological deck. Let's just see. So again, like take it as your, for some of you, if you are applying for a job and if someone is reaching out to you, you know, do your research. Just don't go with their words, but do your research. It can lead you somewhere. It kind of came out suddenly and very specific. Let's see, advice. A time to give rather than take, and we have new moon in Virgo. I was getting Virgo and Earth signs, and even a little bit of air So you guys could be like, your ascendant could be an Earth or the air sign, even Aries, even though it does not come as an Earth or air, but it came out. A time to, this is again like you need to ground and shift the focus and stop giving a lot of your energy to something that might have not happened and you guys are overthinking about it. And the moment you start doing that, I'm telling you, you're going to attract things. So when this card comes out, you know, it's a time for you to take a stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energies, this card is about like restart. The Virgo energy suggests you to make a restart, a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on that up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies. So add this into your routine now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you are over analyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you, to think more about what can you do for others. So recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. So this is again like you guys are kind of mentally a lot chronically, either chronically online or chronically thinking about something. So you need to stop doing that. So can you give them some advice? Can you give them some advice? And I'll pull a bit more tarot to see and ask your guides what you need to know. We got another new moon card. Your hard work is paying off. So you have new moon. So this is again, if you feel like you need to restart a life, maybe take a bit of a vacation or drop, you know, it's kind of being suggested you can take it. It's not going to harm you anyways. And I do feel like if you're doing this calculated risk, just make sure it is a good plan and very well organized. And let's see, this is Capricorn energy, which is again an earth sign. So let's read out the message for you. But this is again like if you have been worrying a lot, you are gonna get more confused. And this is what you need to release in order to get the answer to your question. Right now it's on hold and I'm not getting, so it's kind of like not yet to know it, or you know it and it's a maybe as an answer, you know. So first and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Whatever has been going on your working life, this card reholds the start of a new and improved work cycle. If you're unhappy in your own current job, this is a time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question is, whether work related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at a long term, think about where you want to be in 12 months or even in 5 years. And drawing this card suggests it's time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to achieve. Make a proper plan and execute them very well. So it's a kind of same message, and it's kind of suggesting like you guys have a clean like a slate to start something. And if an institute, I definitely feel like you need to look up and do your own research, because I do feel like for some of you, you guys are in a mindset where you're not able to see things clearly. And I do feel like your gut could be alarming you, but again, it's kind of like you're not able to understand. You're getting a bit confused in this moment. So I told you, like, again, I got a message. Okay, I got a meme in my head. and it was about tarot, but it was kind of like, whatever the situation is, pull one tarot card a day. And it was kind of job related. And I don't know, that's why I took a pause, because I was about to crack up a bit. But anyways, that's what the message is coming, like repeatedly again and again. So let's see a bit more with your tarot, with what you want. It could also be like there's something being offered, but you're not looking at it, but then you later realize that that was for you, and it was much better than what you expected it to be. So can you give them advice on your journey? We got the Three of Cups. It came out immediately. The Three of Cups over here is again about socializing, building more connections. So I do feel like if you're looking for a job, you need to definitely make connections and get to know the boss. Maybe the boss is corrupted and you don't know about it, and they are just false advertising something. So you got to be careful about this and make sure you talk to the people, because you guys have worked hard and you do not deserve to be in this position, or you guys are really giving and really, caretaking type of person. So you need to be in a position in what you need to deserve, right? So I do feel like if someone is telling you about something, do listen and do your own research. So I do feel like if someone is reaching out to you, accept it, don't ignore it. So any advice more? I'll pull 2 cards. And oh my god, we got the Ten of Swords, but along with like the 4 swords in reverse. So again, girls, stop this overthinking. Stop it. Stop doing this, because you're confusing yourself more, and this is going to eventually lead you to not get any answers, and you're just going to be confused. And maybe there is a good job with good salary being offered, but you're ignoring it just because you don't know about it simply. Or this could also be like, for some of you, to socialize. If this is a crush, if this is a crush, then stop overthinking that they could be having someone else, or they're playing around, or they're a player. Like, get to know them, and then make that judgment. It's again, do your research and then make your judgment. So that's all I had for you guys. So you need to definitely put that mental or that online chronic, because you're giving empowerment to them. Okay, you're empowering that, and that's why you are stuck and you're in low. And that's all I had for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it brought you some sense of clarity. And if you like this reading, then share it to someone that you know. And if you feel free to be comfortable and comment down, definitely do that, so it can definitely help people to know, and it can create a good chain of socialization. Okay, so take care of yourself and stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next card reading.